Yeah, so I'm a lifelong Disney fan, of course. I lived in Anaheim Hills as a kid, right by Disneyland. And so we went to Disneyland a ton growing up. And that was kind of where my relationship started with Disney. And then when I was in college, I did 2 Disney internships at Walt Disney World. So I got really familiar with the Florida coast and fell in love with everything going on over there. And since then, I've started my own family. I've got 3 kids and 3 pets, and we are living in Kansas City, right between the 2 coasts, so we can visit either just as easily. And then I started writing books just a couple of years ago. So it's been really fun to get to funnel my Disney passion into an actual job. So it's been great. I have it right here with me. So yeah, the Unofficial Disney Parks Cookbook came out November 10th, 2020. So less than a year ago, but coming up on a year. And it was so much fun to write, and these are like the most iconic snacks and treats that are at the 6 US Disney parks. So just kind of like an overview of the best of the best. And I would have to say the recipe that I probably make the most is either, the pictures here, Ronto wraps from Galaxy's Edge. They're a fan favorite if you need something for dinner. It's kind of fun. When we have guests, we like to serve these because it's also sort of a conversation starter. And then I was also looking for the Gaston's Tavern cinnamon rolls, which I love to make for breakfasts. They're kind of like typical delicious cinnamon rolls, but it's like the size of a cake, and they have the like cream cheese topping as well as butterscotch topping, so really delicious, and cranking up the calories on that one. I'm looking for it. So not everybody who is at the park is trying to pay attention to that kind of thing. So I am really honed in on what I'm looking for. I try to pick out different flavors, try to think like what processes might have been used to make it. The drinks especially were a little bit tricky because so many of them are made in such a way that can't be replicated at home, like slushy machines. They're constantly having them at the right temperature and churning them and stuff. So that's not something that we all have at home. So I'm trying to think in my mind, how can I replicate this experience without having the expensive equipment? But yeah, I just taste the food. I try to bring people with me if I can on my research trips to tell me what flavors they can pick out. Because sometimes if there's a flavor blind spot that I'm not picking up on, sometimes people say like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's cilantro in that or whatever, like not a drink. I hope there's no cilantro in any of the drinks we're having. But yeah, just getting those flavors, figuring out what they are. I mean, I love so many of them. So here's the drinks book. The drinks book looks a lot like the first one, and you can't almost tell, but it's like way smaller. You know, a size that you could put on your bar, or like just have it. It's not pocket sized, but it's definitely more handy to have around with you. And this one also has a lot more pictures than the first one, which is wonderful because I think people have been happy about the visual aspect of the food. Like you were saying, it just looks yummy. Picture up in here. But have you been to Abracadabar?
I have not. Where's that one at?
So that's it. The boardwalk.
Okay.
Disney's boardwalk, and it's a like magicians themed sort of bar area.
Okay.
And there's a drink in here that's called the Whodunit Punch, and it's a really yummy, like fruity drink that has flavors of coconut, pineapple, orange, all mixed together, and then it has cranberry juice on top that drips down and sort of makes it look like a sunset. So it's really fun, and it's just super fruity, and it takes you someplace tropical right away.
That sounds awesome. And I know one of the biggest drinks kind of in recent years people have been talking about in the Disney parks is the blue milks and stuff from Galaxy's Edge. Do you have
Yeah.
that in there?
Yes, there's both there's two different kinds of blue milk that are served at the park. The standard like frozeny slushy type that's served from the milk stand, and then also the non-frozen one that's served at Oga's Cantina with the bantha cookie on top. So all of those recipes are included in the book.
So this is like planning your own little Disney vacation right in your house. You can just do your own tour around the Disney parks.
It is great. And like you had discussed, you are all about the movies and experiencing that as part of the culinary experience. And so I love being able to do that. Like when you watch the movies and stuff, it's so fun to watch like episode 7 of Star Wars and they're milking the green milk out of the cow and you can drink it like while you're watching the movie. It turns it from a 2D to a 4D experience for you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the same thing because I know I've seen in the advertisements for the drink recipe book that you have a recipe for LeFou's brew in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm just thinking about, watching Beauty and the Beast and, popping that on Disney Plus and having a cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern and LeFou's brew and just feeling like I am right in the middle of Beauty and the Beast.
The drink recipe book officially comes out this Tuesday. There's been some advanced releases due to like the supply chain weirdness. So some people might be able to find it now. I'm not sure when you're releasing this show, but the book comes out on Tuesday, October 19th, everywhere. And you can find it at your local bookstore. You can find it on Amazon, of course, Barnes & Noble, SimonandSchuster.com, as well as in store at Target. And then I believe it will be carried at Walmart and other bookstores soon. The first book can be found at all those retailers as well. So anywhere books are sold, you can get a copy.